Bram van Drisha, who is from Belgium, maybe relieved his home country finally got to find some form and their win over New Zealand yesterday. So Jordan stick with pretty much their strongest lineup, but they make two alterations in attack. Ode Fakouri regains his place from Mahmoud Al-Mahdi, and the experienced France-based Moussa Al-Tamari gives way to a 22-year-old Saudi-based Ali Assayje. Multiple changes then for Argentina, with Messi on the bench. Emi Martinez stays in goal. First action of the World Cup for Giuliano Simeone, Marcos Senesi, Giovanni Lo Celso and Ezequiel Palacios. First starts for Otamendi, Tagliafico, Paredes, Nico Paz and Julian Alvarez. Lautaro Martinez does keep his place, particularly because he looks for his first goal in the World Cup finals. As with yesterday and earlier today, there will be a period of silence in memory and in respect of the victims of the recent earthquakes in Venezuela. For Argentina, of course, and their fans, a disaster that is relatively close to home.
For the victims of the earthquakes in Venezuela.
Ada yang biar gua anak silent for a minute. Mana ni? Silent for a minute. Biar dulu. Anak, sana dia nanya perahu. Dia jangan silent for a minute,
Argentina don't see much value in that. And what you will notice, if you've got good World Cup memories, Argentina playing in a plain blue shirt, as they did when Maradona punched in the hand of Gogol 40 years ago in the quarter-final against England in Mexico City. So, right at the tail end of this unique group stage with the 48 nations for the last four in action. Austria and Algeria. Here it's Jordan and Argentina.
Yes, looking forward to this game, Martin, because I think Jordan will want to be really competitive. All the basics, get those right, your teamwork, everything that they've discussed, rehearsed all week. Make sure that they give a good account of themselves and leave everyone with a lasting impression of an improving football nation. That's what Jamal Salami will be wanting. And I think, certainly for his opposite, Lionel Scaloni, this evening, there's a few changes in that Argentina team, so there's an opportunity for one or two just to remind him of what they're about and what they can do should they really be needed in those crucial knockout matches.
That's what he did say yesterday, was I need to find out how we can win without Messi. Incredibly, Messi started the last 25 games for Argentina at World Cups, going right back. The last one he didn't start, and he was a substitute, not used, he was very young, was the quarter-final in 2006 against Germany in Germany.
That's incredible, isn't it? Forget about all his brilliant ability and the genius of the man, it's just his durability as well. Astonishing.
His Tagliafico played a big part in winning the World Cup in Qatar. It's wondering quite how Simeone who's going to be deployed. He's basically a right-sided attacker. Of course, his dad won over 100 caps and played in 3 World Cups. Diego Simeone, still the manager of Atletico Madrid.
You can see already, Martin, with the ball, those 3 out of the 4 defenders are really stretched across that playing field, and Simeone already in a forward position, an advanced position.
There's Otamendi, a much senior figure. Had a few days to work on this system. They clearly would have decided once they got the 2 wins under their belt what policy they would have for this 3rd game. We saw France stick to their first choice for theirs, and Norway, who played them, put the reserves out, as Scaloni has done to some extent here, although it's a bit insulting to call them reserves. And trying to hide from our cameras, I think. Rodrigo de Paul's alongside him, his minder on the field and seemingly off it as well. Taliafico.
I think Jordan would want to stay really compact, particularly in the first 15-20 minutes. So for Argentina, short passes in where all the traffic is, then a big switch out into the wide areas. That's what you're looking for. Give someone a little bit of room to make something happen.
Marco Senesi, who was a late call-up, and since he's been called up, he's moved his club from Bournemouth in England to Tottenham Hotspur, where he'll play alongside Cristiano. Christian Romero, who is probably not fit to be considered tonight. He is with the team. We saw him come off the bus. So a few minutes under their belts in this competition, everyone wanting a touch and a feel of the ball for Argentina. They will surely dominate possession. Jordan do have counter-attacking abilities. And if there is a turnover to suit those, well, it won't be one-way traffic.
They've got those 3 central defenders and, of course, the wing-backs. 5 in a line as we speak, just to the left of the picture. Can't quite see it just yet, but no press towards Argentina. They're not going to rush them or force them into anything. They're just content, and I think that's wise early on to keep their shape, make sure that they are really compact.
It's Ezequiel Palacios who's playing on the right-hand side. And Simeone ahead of him. Tried really to get in behind. That was just a hopeful ball. Away by Arulela. A little bit of a press from Jordan. Certainly plenty of clapping in the Jordanian style. There's Taliafico. Martinez. Offside. The ball is put away with some authority by Lo Celso, with that excellent left foot of his.
Yeah, nice football, but he's always offside there. So it's tighter than you think. As soon as I saw it, I thought he was just offside. Lovely finish outside of the boot.
Giovanni Lo Celso, who was in the World Cup 18 squad, as these fans will know, didn't get much for looking. Had to drop out at the outset of a successful tournament 4 years ago, so he's got a real incentive to put his name more prominently in pages of Argentina in World Cup history. Chases on for Ali Olwan, who scored the goal against Austria, and is their predominant striker, really. Going forward is Al-Arab. Al-Abde. Addressed the media here yesterday on behalf of the Jordanian players.
We just saw there Jordan just trying to keep the ball, have a little spell of possession. What I would say, obviously, the fact that they've lost their opening couple of games and they will be going home after this one, Martin, what that does afford them tonight is to be brave and be adventurous once they get into Argentina's half of the field. Don't hold back. If there's a chance to take a strike, do it. Do it. There's nothing to fear with this one. So give a really good account of yourself, but be brave when you can.
Well, I do feel that they have, they're happy with what they've achieved, certainly in the Austrian game, where I think 3-1 really flattered Austria. Listening to the commentators on it, suggesting that. And of course, Algeria, we lost a bit of that together, Andy, didn't we? And
yes,
Algeria needed to dig very deep to turn the game around. So there's more to Jordan than just making up the numbers here.
Certainly.
Senesi. Paredes. Palacios, nothing, trying to work. And Simeone.
Good interception, Al Rashdan there. Pinching that off of Nico Paz.
On the left-hand side, the FIFA General Secretary, Matthias Drafstrom. Many a game.
And I think Mario Kempes with him there, Martin, as well.
Mario Kempes, for the uninitiated, was the first, not the number 10 for Jordan, but the first really great number 10 for Argentina, World Cup 1978. They triumphed in their own country. He was succeeded by Diego Maradona. He was succeeded by Leo Messi. The 10s have been very special in the South American country. Messi didn't start, I think he started with number 19 when he first played for Argentina. We've seen one or two shirts, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
With number 19.
With fans coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Messi's name above the number. I just thought they might have run out of zeros. Lots of the early minutes being played in midfield.
Tagliafico, Martin, sorry, down this left-hand side. He's the one, bottom left of the screen now. He's the one that's going to be the out ball, I think, for Argentina.
Very nearly proved your point. It's cut out by Haddad, the right wing back. Nearly for Julian Alvarez. It was part of that surge by Argentina after losing their opening game in 2022. He and Jose Fernandez, Alexis McAllister got brought into the team. It's a wonderful run here, and they've got three in the middle. Well, he sometimes says himself, people think it's nepotism that I'm in both the Atletico team and this Argentina team. It's not. I think we've just seen one recent one.
Yeah, really positive run from Simeone. And he will be pushing really high and wide. When he gets the ball, he does like to be direct with it, running at people at pace, as he showed there.
Lautaro Martinez, the number 22, hoping a chance comes his way. Fine player, but he's been in the shadows in terms of goal scoring in World Cups. Might have been a flick on. Gone his way from Otamendi. He's more than useful in the air. He's not the tallest. He's got a lovely spring.
Gets a couple of yards because they work a little block around the penalty spot there, Otamendi, but really doesn't need to go for goal there with that one. Just glance that one and flick it back into that 6-yard box area.
Sit in again. Just. It was as often with these semi-automatic VARs. They prove it's much closer than the naked eye suggests. Great finish by this also. Didn't waste any time to find out whether there was a flag going up or not. Eventually it went up. Lancios used to buy Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. Taliafico. 5 goals they've scored in the World Cup. Argentina, all scored by one of their substitutes tonight.
Yeah, I think Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez tonight would like some opportunities to register and get up running with a goal. And like Martin, what the coach said in the press conference, that they do need other avenues to score for them. Those two up front will really want a chance or two to come their way.
Jordan would like a greater share of possession than that, but at the moment, what they can say is they've got through almost the first quarter of an hour without conceding. I know it's been a disallowed goal, but they held their line well enough for it to be disallowed.
Yeah, as of so far, they haven't been stretched, really, Jordan, have they? They haven't been pulled out of position. I mentioned about their team shape and their structure has got to be absolutely spot on. So far, so good.
Otamendi. Paredes, who has had bags of experience, certainly more than some of the others, lining up alongside him tonight. It's his 79th cap. Plenty of possession for the holders. Stretching their resources tonight and giving encouragement. Obviously fitness is important, match sharpness, you only get it by playing matches for the backup players. I think it will be surely in their minds, if I do really well here, I can get in the team. It's one of the first 2 matches. Keep the shirt. Martinez is taking Haddad into the corner. It's not Biasso at the front there. Do you know, I remember he scored one of the great World Cup games. It's not just me, I happened to be there when they beat, I think it was Serbia and Montenegro played as a group, as 2 nations in that World Cup in 2006. It was about 25 passes, and I think it was Hernan Crespo, who people will remember as well, to Cambiasso, had the honour of scoring the goal. If you haven't seen it, find it and watch it again and again. It's beautiful. We had a beautiful goal here the other night on Japan. Press there as it's a yellow card. It's a late and Abu Taha, I think.
Well, he felt he got the ball, Abu Taha, there. just might have been the momentum that follows through. Look, just gets away from him there. Does he get the ball? I think that's unlucky, Martin. I do on that. Often when you're stretching, you're reaching for the ball, you do sometimes run the risk of catching your opponent, but he only had eyes for the ball. However, it's the first real opportunity this for Argentina.
It's right on the edge, and that's clearly the right decision. Lo Celso, the player who did feel the boot in the end after the ball was played. Now this, of course, is where we'd all be looking at Messi. Messi is like us looking at it. Lo Celso has the left foot. That's required. Julian Alvarez, if he sees another option, is looking at the ball close quarters as well. Lo Celso's already had a goal disallowed.
And with the guy lying on the floor, that ball can jump to make it even more difficult to get it over the top and under the bar.
Alvarez has walked away. So it's left to the left foot of Lo Celso.
Oh!
Messi couldn't have done it. So they have to Wales to score goals, Messi-like. And a special for a player who's been around for a while without really making an impact on the World Cup stage. Lo Celso plays in Spain.
Let's go.
It's only his fifth goal for his country, 68 caps. Lots of opportunities. Lovely to watch.
The goalkeeper just didn't trust the rule enough. He started on the other side to the wall. Look, you can see him sneaking across behind, and if he stayed where he was, he saves it. I mean, it's a beautiful strike, make no mistake. Beautifully hit from Giovanni Lo Celso. But the goalkeeper has ended up in no man's land. When you put that big ball there, you've got to trust it and stay on the other side. And unfortunately there, he didn't do that, but wonderful goal, beautifully hit.
That's the fourth goal of this World Cup, direct from a free kick. It's the 30th from outside the penalty area. Out of 206, I make it. And that's a high percentage in a style of football where long-range shooting hasn't really been encouraged in recent years. But I'm a big fan of this football.
Yeah.
And so are the players, except the goalkeepers maybe.
Look, we had one disallowed, but that was a wonderful strike. From a little harsher free kick, I felt.
Here goes Lautaro Martinez. That's from Argentina reserves, but you know what we mean. They're desperate to get into Scaloni's plans on a more regular basis, and not just when it's a game free, which to some extent is a dead rubber. Wherever the Argentinian fans have come from, and we stress they're not certainly from Argentina, they are in fine voice, and they've been wonderful around the area, and they seem to have been here much longer than the team.
Yeah, in such colossal numbers as well, has to be said.
Oh, and another Manu Ginobili, who's a NBA star, who was here for the game the other night, saw Messi's wonderful solo show. He's from Argentina, he's a basketball player, but we've seen a lot of Americans from their sports joining in the occasion, adding to the fan spectacle, really, and it's terrific to see. And we know that a lot of footballers love the American sports, don't we? Whenever the NFL comes to Tottenham Hotspur and places like that in England, and the English footballers are out in force to support it. Basketball as well. Even baseball, we've had some of that.
Jordan point of view, the game plan doesn't change. Nothing changes. Yes, they've gone one down. What they mustn't start doing is feeling like they've got to try and force the issue to get back in the game, Martin. Otherwise, they'll get picked up again.
Well, you can hear the acoustics in the stadium are very good, emphasise the emotion. And I'm afraid the emotion to the hydration break is thumbs down. But it is part of this World Cup. And give Marcelso maybe a chance to explain exactly how he hit it. Didn't need much explanation.
Every journey begins with a choice to go further, to chase greatness. Built for performance, designed for confidence, passion, excellence, determination to win, because champions deserve a champion. Chengyan, Deepa, drive peace of mind. Brought to you by Meccano Motors.
You think you know Formula One? Think again. Everything is changing. New cars, new power, new teams.
A new destination.
A new generation. We live and breathe every night. Anything can happen. And usually does. No favors, no guarantees, no limits. You think you know Formula One?
Broadcast proudly brought to you by Heineken. Fans have more friends. And Batika, home of champions.